Maybe you've heard the slogan, patience pays. It absolutely does. And impatience kills, as you're about to see in this example. So as I said in the intro, patience pays and impatience kills. And while we don't have just firm data that, this interaction has led to this person probably just blowing up their account or whatever, I mean, the writing's on the wall, and I can't imagine any of you is going to disagree, with where the outcome of this trader is headed to. But impatience, it's especially in the markets. I mean, there's one thing to be motivated. There's one thing to let's go, I want to get this done, and that's great. But there is still that fine line when it comes to trading in the markets where it's not really motivation, it's just flat out impatience, it's greed, it's laziness, and in this case, it's just, anyway, we'll just get to the actual message. But a little bit of context here, on our site, we have a chat function where you can talk with myself or, other, members of the community. And in this case, this person was talking to Ches. For those of you that listen to the podcast, Ches is the co-host, and they're asking him questions, and then Ches just asks a very broad, broad question that's going to help kind of establish where this person is in their journey, so that he can best be, help out. And then you'll see the response. Let's just get to it. So this person says, "It is uncomfortable to ask, but it is important to me. If I purchase the service for $99, can I start the trade the same day? And how much do I have to pay more to start?" I'm assuming you can already start to see the kind of creeping in of this whole impatience thing. Hey, if I pay the $99, and that's just access to the chat room and the newsletter. That's not any sort of training material or anything. That's just to interact with the community as a whole. So this person wants to just pay that, and then can I start trading the same day? Like, I want to pay, and then can I trade? Because is this going to just do everything for me? And if so, if not, how much more money do I need to pay to get started? You get the whole point there. This person is very antsy. They want to get started trading now. So Ches asks this person, "Are you already educated in technical analysis and risk management?" To be fair to this person, though, that's asking these questions, they very well may be ready to trade right now. I mean, if they sign up for the $99, they get access to the chat room, to the newsletter, they may very well be ready to go. But the only way that Ches is going to know whether or not and how to answer that question is by asking, well, how are you with technical analysis, which is the use of charts? How are you with risk management? If you don't know how to manage risk, then you have no long-term hope of success in the markets. So he asked them. Now, if this person had come back and said, "Oh yeah, I'm very confident in my technical analysis. I have great risk management systems in place. I know how to put together a trade plan that is focused solely around risk management," then Ches would say, "Yeah, after you pay the $99, you'll have access to the chat room and you'll be good to go. You can start trading that same day." But is that how this person responded? So the person replies, "No, I am just an Instagram follower. I don't want to lose my time for education." And this is why so many people fail. This is why the failure statistics are so high. This person is not alone. I will say this, at least this person is just brutally honest in terms of, no, I don't want to lose time. I don't want to waste my time learning. I want to trade now. Hey, good for you. You're at least kind of hit us right between the eyes in terms of what your business model is, but that's just not how it works. And that's how impatience kills. This person's impatience, wanting to trade now, is leading them to just flat out admitting that, no, I don't want to waste time learning. I want to trade now. Now, most people are the same exact as this person. Now, their minds don't tell them, they're not going to admit that they don't want to waste time learning. So they'll watch, some YouTube videos, read some random articles on the internet. All right, now I'm good to go. But, that's just not how this works. You can't be impatient. You can't rush into the process. You got to go slow. You got to learn what needs to be learned in order to have any sort of chance at success. And I just found this just mind-blowing how blunt this person is. Like I said, most people are like this, but they don't admit that. And they come up with excuses on, why they're doing everything right. But this person just, wow. No, I don't want to lose time. I don't want to waste my time for education. I just want to know, do I pay the $99? Can I trade now? And it's just not the path you want to be on. And the tricky thing here is most people are on this path, but their voices in their head, they don't realize it. They have all sorts of different excuses. Oh no, I'm not doing that. I've been watching, YouTube videos from 18 different guys, and I'm just out there, learning all these different techniques. Even though some of them are probably bad techniques and I'm probably developing a bunch of bad habits, that's not the point. The point is, I'm not rushing, I'm not being impatient. I'm taking my time and learning there's many different ways where you can go down this path of impatience and just want to hurry up and get to the point, and it's just not going to work out. So this person clearly headed towards the scrap pile of failed traders. And as I've said in past videos, this person is probably going to go to their friends. Oh yeah, I tried the trading thing, but it's a scam. The markets are rigged. It's all manipulated. You can't make any success. The stock market, anybody that does do it and has success, they're lying, or they'll come up with every excuse. They're never going to tell the person that they're talking to, yeah, I never did want to spend any time to learn. I just jumped right in. And because they're not going to confess that. They're always going to make it sound like it's somebody else's fault. Nobody in the right mind would confess, say, yeah, I just wanted to spend, I don't want to lose my time learning how to trade. So when you see those statistics, just realize there's a lot of, these are the people that, contribute to it. Go back and watch other ClayTrader Mel videos. This is a very common reoccurring theme here. And that's the whole point of this video series, is to provide motivation to you, to provide inspiration that, yeah, the stats are pretty bad. The stats are pretty rough on the surface. But when you start to see the types of situations, the types of people, the types of mindsets that make up the failure rates, it's like, all right, it's a situation where it then becomes, hey, I'm not doing that. That's not my attitude. And hopefully you can find some motivation in that to know that you're on the right path and doing things the right way. Is it maybe the most exciting way that you're doing things? Maybe not, but at least you're doing things the right way, and dare I say, the boring way, because many times the boring way is the way that you should be doing it. So last week we did not have an Amazon card giveaway because I was on vacation, but now that I'm back, we are gonna have a card giveaway. So next week on the video, we'll reveal the winner, but in order to apply and get involved in the contest, 3 things you need to do. First, leave a comment below. Second, be a subscriber on the channel. And then third, like the video. Do all 3 of those and that will enter you into the contest for a $20 Amazon gift card. The one thing though I will say, because the contest a couple weeks ago, the entries dropped down quite a bit. So I want to see at least 20. If we can't get at least 20 entries, then this will be the last contest we do, just because clearly it's not that entertaining, it's not that interesting for people. So again, subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment, and that'll get you entered into the channel, or entered into the contest. And I'd like to see at least 20 entries. So all in all, hopefully you found this video helpful, and leave your comments below, leave your thoughts on if you've come across people like this, or whatever. But I'd love to hear it. And as always, be patient, do the boring thing, and don't get frustrated, don't get discouraged by some of these statistics that you may hear.